Good afternoon. There we go. We're up.
We're up.
We're running.
Are we live?
We're live. It's a late lunch today. We're working on, I think, Mountain Time by now.
Yeah.
Was it Central Time a little bit ago? No, it's Mountain Time.
Isn't that the way that real estate goes, though, buddy?
Yeah.
We've got a plan of when we want to go on, but then we have things come up. I'm over here stuffing envelopes and sending out mail for a redevelopment project that we've got, and just needed to get it done. So sometimes we just got to get our hands dirty and make it happen.
Tell me about that a little bit. So your redevelopment project.
So we're taking a property from commercial intensive, which is a commercial zoning, to
building or
no, it's actually it was already demoed. I got the lot vacant, and so I wanted to build some residential properties there. So now I'm able to get it a substantial use change from commercial to residential, so that I can build some homes. But what happens is you've got a public notice, and you've got to get a list of all of your neighbors around, and you got to send them mail. It's got to be certified. You got to go to the post office. You got to get some signs put up. This has to go through an application process. And there's a lot that goes along with it.
What happens if they like rise up against you?
It can then go in front of the special magistrate and the council down there in downtown. You got to fight it.
You got to put your boxing gloves on. Do you get the
purple boxing gloves? But yeah.
So it's fun. Is there a world that you don't get this done, and you're just holding this for whatever?
No, I mean, I can still build commercial. I just feel like the use of that property is better residential. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. Worst case, if I have to, I'll build a residential storage facility or something there, or a commercial. Something commercial. We can even go mixed use. They just increase the height in that area.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, there's a couple different options. We explored some medical potentially. It just costs more. It takes longer. I know residential, and I like that area right there for residential. So let's see. But what's going on with you, James? What's going on in your world, man?
It's been a week, man. It's been a great week, actually. We've got some new agents that have come on board at Investcore Realty, and
awesome
training them and getting them up to speed. Some brand new agents, which is fantastic. Slide over to your right a little bit. Let's get you back in there. There you go. But getting them up to speed, and did a training yesterday where it was how to submit a wholesale deal from start to finish. We talked about identifying the property, obviously first having your list of buyers, which is great. Now, you can find a property without a list of buyers. It's just harder to dispo it. But if you have buyers that you know what they want, you're hunting for what you want or what they want. And so, talking about list of buyers, finding the deal, underwriting the deal, scoping, comping, all that stuff. And then actually I went through the whole getting the offer drafted and submitted. So that was good. I think there's
awesome, man. Yeah, really good. Really good.
Yeah, give me a win that you had this week.
And I love our event on Wednesday. Every month we do a Magnolia meetup, and I'm one of the sponsors. And alongside with Ben Smith, we've been able to help him grow that. We did our last year's 2-day summit, which was fantastic. We're already locked in the books for an October event, another 2-day event. But we had standing room. Basically, people were standing up, man. That's really cool. I love that we're outgrowing that room. So hopefully we can move into a bigger room, but just adding value.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Adding value. What did you think of it?
So we, me and some of the Investcore team, we were there. We knew that you were speaking, so we came out. We tried to come out pretty strong to support, and it was fantastic. Our team met about an hour early before the networking for the event started, which was nice. So we got to sit down and socialize, and have a drink and get a bite to eat, and just kind of connect, which outside of work, which is great,
right?
And then we moved into the networking. You gotta fix the camera. There you go. And then we moved into the networking for the event, which was fantastic. I've been attending for, I don't even know, I guess maybe 8 months or 9 months to this event, which I've always gotten a lot of great value out of it. And so when I found out you were speaking with Ben, it was a no-brainer to really push to get the team there and make a day of it. So.
No, it's really cool, man. Like, listen, we do this because it's not what you know, it's who you know. I really believe that. Like, you've got to meet more people. You've got to get out there and network. And we try to add value to all the folks that come out to learn something new, take something with them. But then at the end of the day, hey, what we do at the beginning, like you saw, everybody introduces themselves. Everybody knows who's in the room. And so I'm an investor and I need deals. Well, there's 3 wholesalers that I just identified themselves that said they had deals. I need money. There's 4 or 5 lenders in the room.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Tons of opportunities.
If you have a
to meet
need,
people.
There's somebody that can fill it for sure.
And what I was sharing, obviously, on this event was a little bit about our education and things we do, and then we also mentioned like the GTAR stuff, man. Like that's the new Suncoast training that we're going to be doing for all the agents. So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So
let's show them how to get to it.
Suncoast Tampa Association of Realtors has asked Carlos and I to do an 8-month series once a month. It's in person, and then we switch from Clearwater to Tampa offices, and it's essentially real estate investment mastery for realtors. And so Carlos does a great job of training, aspiring investors, but I know that there's a need for realtors because I talk to agents all the time that have no idea anything about the investment side of real estate. And so there was a big need for it. We got in conversation with the board. They wanted it immediately, for us to put together a training series. So real quick, just want to show you guys how to get there. So tamparealtors.org, and they're starting to merge websites because our board's merged. But very simply, under education, upcoming classes, and here's the calendar, and it's April 14th is our first session. And so here's our class, Investment Real Estate Mastery Series, the investor. Let me click into it. So this is the first class name, Investment Real Estate Mastery Series, the investor from the agent. And so this session, how average agents can become power players by learning, acting, and working with legit real estate investors. You understand most agents have a bad taste in their mouths regarding working with investors.
Yeah.
Every single agent I talk to is like, investors, they're slimy. I don't like them. However, meeting one investor changed my career 14 years ago or 10 years ago, whenever we met.
Yeah.
And so I really preach that. I really believe in that. And I was just telling my team yesterday that literally when you're cultivating those relationships and meeting investors, understanding what their business is, because some play as investors, but they're just wholesalers, which it's great. Let's know every wholesaler we can because they might have a deal that we have a buyer for, right? So JVing opportunities there. But unless you vet out and understand an investor's actual business, you have no idea who they are or how they can impact your business and your life. And if you don't take the time to vet it out, how many opportunities have you missed? And so I was talking to one of our newer agents yesterday, and he's like, I have the hardest time, talking to investors. I can find the deals, but I never have buyers. And I'm like, and he has a VA that does all his cold calling. And I'm like, look, have your VA do all the cold calling. You're in charge of investor relations. That's what you do now. He's like, okay. So we went through scripts and how to talk to investors and understanding the lingo and how to, specific questions to really get to the bottom of what an investor's business is. And so he's like on this, he's flying high now. He's like, great, I'm in, next week I'll have 5 that I know personally, from conversations. I'm like, awesome. But coming back to this class, there's a big need for realtors to understand how to work with investors. And this class, they're not going to have all the titles here, but we start April 14th in Clearwater, and then we jump back and forth. It's on a Tuesday. It's either the second or third Tuesday of each month, and we jump back and forth between Clearwater and Tampa, and we walk through why it's important to work with investors, how to vet out investors, underwriting deal. We go literally through step by step.
Strategy, all of it.
Risk management with your contractors. We get into the nitty gritty in this class, and it's going to be in person. Carlos and I will both be at every session, and it's going to be powerful.
Yeah.
So if you're an agent in the Tampa Bay area and you're part of Star, it's free. Sign up, show up, and learn.
Yeah, no, that's so good, man. I think we're going to be able to add a lot of value to the agents out there who want and need to work with. And I like what you said. There are a lot of slimy investors out there for sure. But let's get you the education that you need so you can identify and not waste your time with those slimy investors. You'll be able to know. And that's one of the things that we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how to identify the true investors in the market, and the things to look for. And then you yourself understanding what that investor is going to potentially ask you to do. So then you can be effective and execute. And it's just open up a whole nother realm of income for these agents. So excited about that. That's around the corner, man. 2 weeks away.
And just to hammer it home, I always preach retail is great. I love retail. I've done retail for, since I've started. Lots of great commissions in retail. But when you have a retail client that buys one home every 5 to 7 years, and you can find investors that buy 3 to 5 homes a month, it's a different mentality of a business of essentially creating commissions, creating closings. I can go out there and create a closing. I can talk to an investor, see what he wants. I'll go find the deal, piece the puzzle together, and create a commission. And it's not, waiting for my neighbor's sister's cousin to, want to buy a house, or, showing a buyer 50 houses on the weekend and then not have, and there's a place for that. There's a place for retail. But at the end of the day, if that's all unless you're like some massive marketer, some mega marketing agent that has lead flow consistently, then retail is probably good for you. But if you don't, you can create commissions with investors. And so understanding that game is crucial, obviously.
Well, especially in a turning market, right? If you see a market that's slowing down, buyers aren't able to qualify, prices are too high. There's uncertainty right now. This week, I saw something a few days ago because of rates going up.
I know.
Because of everything going on in the country and around the world.
6.5.
Showing stopped.
Oh yeah,
like people stop looking.
Mortgage applications declined drastically. It grinded to a halt real quick.
And that's retail. But then again, that affects investors as well, because we've got houses out there that are on the market. So it's like we just have to anticipate, but we're buying them right to the point where I can refi if I need to.
Yeah.
If something like this happens and it stays this way and I can't sell these properties, well, then I pull the trigger, refi, and get out there and buy more, because as the market shifts, if it gets tough and it becomes a even stronger buyer's market, what does that mean for an investor?
Well, you have to buy right. You have to buy better
deals, though. You can buy cheaper deals, though.
You have to buy better,
there's pain in the market. So always opportunity. It's shifting hands, though, and that's what we teach you, how to identify and who to go to when the market shifts. So that's going to be a really, really cool class. I'm excited about.
And shameless plug: if your broker's not teaching this stuff, might be with the wrong broker.
That's it. You need to go to James Roy and this. Oh no, that's the old one.
That's the old one.
InvestCore Realty. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. All right. So that's a lot of pitch for us. Something just flashed across the TV. We have the TV on here, and
I was about to bring that up.
I wanted to bring it up. Jury finds Meta and Google negligent in social media harms trial. Now, I was following this a little bit last week, and there's probably going to be strong different opinions on this, right? So like I have a 19-year-old kid that I'm not going to go too much into it, but scrolling is a thing of our day, right? Doom scrolling happens a lot. And so it's a constant battle that we fight. And, we bring up the phone, like, hey, put your phone away, be present, this and that. And so it's interesting to see that and especially in California jury on Wednesday, found Meta and Google were to blame for the depression and anxiety of a woman who compulsively used social media as a small child. This is a while ago, and it awarded her $6 million in a rare verdict, holding Silicon Valley accountable for its role in fueling a youth mental health crisis. And so, one hand you have, yes, it's a problem, right? But the other hand is you should control your own actions. So like, how do you feel about this? Like, what are your thoughts? You have 2 teenage daughters. What is their social media right?
They don't have social media right now because they're under 18, right? I feel like in society today, and it could be at 17, they have to show a certain level of maturity to be able to handle what social media is going to throw at you. Because not only is it time consuming, it can be addictive, but it can also be, very misleading. You hear of the depression and things of people just constantly showing the good of what's going on. In the society today, we've got a a comparison issue.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves to compare themselves, and why don't I have what this person has? But they don't get to see everything they
All you
deal with
see
on
is
the
the
back end.
highlights.
You only see the good highlights. It's very rare that people are putting bad stuff online and in their feeds. So they've got to know that, hey, what I'm looking at is not real.
And with AI, like
What I'm
most
looking at
videos you
is
see aren't
not
real.
real, and let me utilize it as a tool. We use social media
Business.
for business and for benefit, and I love social media. Now, that also comes to accountability. Listen, if we're signing on to these apps, we've got to have the discipline to say, I'm not going to scroll or doom scroll or spend all of my waking hours on there because I know the negative effects that it could have. So, well, I agree that there are negative effects of social media, but I also believe there's so many positives. And as a society, as individuals, we need to hold ourselves, accountable for how much use we have on these platforms. It's not their fault; they've created it. There's benefits, and yes, just like with a lot of other things, there's a lot of negatives that go along with it.
Man.
But man, we've got to be more responsible, and it almost, and we've talked about this, James, but there's this sense of entitlement.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I didn't do what was right, you owe me something. Well, wait a minute, how is that right? To me, I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
No, it's not. I mean, you have to have your own responsibility and accountability. I mean, that's what I mean. But also, if you're looking at this, if she was a young girl, right? Where were the parents? What role are the parents
How
playing?
old was the girl?
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
As a small child. So
why would you let your small child
where's
get
the parents at?
Oh, boy?
Where's the parents at? Because
No accountability,
what's the guy that just shot and killed somebody, and his dad gave him the gun, and his dad is going to prison. Like the accountability of the parent,
Yeah,
for allowing it to happen. So like, where's the accountability of the parents here? But like we have, we've held. I think our kids didn't get social media till 16, so we held pretty strong too. And it's always like, well, I don't understand. I just want Instagram. All my friends are on there. And then it's like this social pressure. And I'm like, if you spend 1 hour on social media a day, 1 hour, just one, you have wasted the end of the year. If you're just scrolling. Now, I've always told my kids, be a creator, not a consumer. If you get on social media and you're a creator and you're creating videos and you're monetizing it and you look at it as a business, you don't waste a bunch of time. That's a different mentality for social media. Because a lot of influencers are making a ton of money, and if you can get really good at that, okay. But if you're scrolling for an hour and wasting an hour of your day, 364 hours, just 1 hour a day, 364 hours a year, that is gone from your life. And what is our best commodity in life?
Time.
And so, like, trying to help a 19-year-old and an 18-year-old understand that is really tough because I'm just sitting here anyway doing nothing. Well, actually, you own a business. My 19-year-old owns a detailing business. You own a business. What are you doing marketing right now? Like, are you doing your business cards like you said you're going to do? Like, there's all these things that he says.
There's always something productive we could be doing.
And so, anyways, rant over. But this is wild,
man. It's tough, man. I don't know whatever side of it you guys fall on, but I just feel like this is now a slippery slope.
What are they?
Anybody's going to be able to say, "Oh, I'm depressed."
Now? But are they going to like change the platforms to not allow kids on?
I think that's a great idea.
It'd be interesting to see.
But again,
I was like, well, then it's not up to me. Now it's the platform says it, sweetheart. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but again, so here's what I've told my kids, right? When they've said the same thing, I sit them down and I educate them to the benefits, and then obviously the downside of social media. My kids have helped me post videos and do stuff for social media, so they understand what the benefits are. But we've also helped them understand what the negative implications are, especially for someone who's not developed correctly.
Yeah,
and communication, man. We've talked to them. Yeah, they feel sometimes a little isolated, but so what?
Call your friend.
Well, Dad, my dad's weird and doesn't let me. Great, I'm weird. I love it. I will be the weird parent that is not going to let you ruin your life. Just like how a lot of parents are like get shocked with me about this. I don't let my kids sleep over anywhere.
We have the same rule.
Dad, but I really
nope.
I do not
The
care
only time,
because
the only time we do it is if it's a cousin, if it's family. But we don't do it if it's
I'm very and yes, family, but it's got to be very selective. And for me, it's like I might know the parents, but uncle might be staying there that weekend, or grandpa might, and we just don't know. And yes, it could be a little overprotective, but I rather that happen than my child be faced with an issue later on in life. So it just comes about setting up guardrails. So let's talk about guardrails real quick, James, and then we'll be done with this and we'll get back to real estate. What are guardrails supposed to do?
Keep you in the lane.
And from
your own self.
well, going off the road, right?
Yeah.
It's getting off course.
Yeah. Keeping you on the road.
We have to, not only for our children, but even as adults, we need to set up guardrails in our lives that are going to be there to prevent us from doing something that we know can take us off the cliff. Those guardrails have to be there. The sooner we teach our kids to put guardrails in their lives, the better they're going to be at having discernment as to what's right, what actions I need to take, what are the implications of taking this action. Because if I choose to go over the guardrail, right?
Yeah.
I'm going off the side of the road. I'm screwing up my car.
Off the cliff.
My life's in danger. I mean, so many variables that happen when we break that guardrail. Well, let's go ahead and put those up so we stay in the lane. Let's stay in the lane. And as parents,
it's discipline.
Highly encourage you to talk about guardrails with your kids and show them by example. Hey, Dad, I tell my girls, look, Dad struggles with this, so I do this as a guardrail to help me from giving into this. Dad's disciplined because of this and these guardrails that I have that help me to keep myself in line and focus and determine all these things. Your kids are not too young. I started teaching my girls this when they were real young, and we continue in spiritual guardrails as well to avoid us from falling into sin. I mean, there's all these different levels of guardrails that we could set up in our lives, and it's just to help us. And it'll help your kids as well.
Love them, man.
Cool.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree more. All right. I got some interesting ones for you.
Okay.
Antonio Brown's former Odessa estate listed after bankruptcy.
Ooh.
So Lakefront Estate in Odessa, once owned by former NFL wide receiver and crazy man Antonio Brown, has been listed for $3.9 million. I looked it up on the MLS. Already pending, 8 days in the market. Pending.
Wow. Was it on the water? Oh, yeah.
Woo! That thing is sick. That's an interesting kitchen too.
I don't know about those cabinets, but
but it's a beautiful house, man. Overall,
yeah.
Like, oh yeah,
great location in Odessa. Is it on the lake?
Yeah. I don't know.
Was it lakefront? Is that Keystone? No.
It shows it's definitely lakefront. I mean, we can look it up.
Might be Keystone either way.
Man, this guy. He just keeps coming around. Isn't he like on trial for like murder or something right now? I think he's got problems.
But again, that's one of my guardrails. I get so busy that I don't want to be distracted with other people's drama. So I don't even look anymore.
Let's look. Where is this at? Keystone.
Yeah.
You got it.
Called it.
Man, what a nice house. So that one went pending real quick. And I think he was, and
why do you think that one went? Let's go this. Why do you think that went pending so fast?
Well, I think it's part of the story too.
You think so?
Oh, somebody wants Antonio Brown's old house. Just to have a little piece of history of, this crazy guy.
I'm going to say Tom Brady lived at my next flip that I do. See if that helps him move faster.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
No, yeah, that could be it. But also, I mean, that's the one thing that's so interesting to see in our area and in our market is that these higher priced homes are moving.
This 9,300 square feet, man.
Yeah, these higher priced luxury homes, James, are moving in our area.
Speaking of that, Pendry Tampa lists a $45 million penthouse.
Woo.
Testing the luxury market. So Pendry Residences Tampa has introduced, this is March 19th, so not that long ago. I actually tried to pull it up on the MLS. It's not on the MLS, so I don't know if it's like
the whole top of the building. Yep. Wow.
It is a branded residential tower on Tampa's waterfront. $45 million.
You don't even see $45 million penthouses in Miami.
It's
Maybe
insane.
in New York. I mean, that's got to be up there with some of the highest priced penthouses in the country.
The
I almost
unit
want to see what that
enters
really
a narrow
is.
segment of the housing market, often referred to as trophy residential property. It is the top, like it's a big tower, and it's the very top, the model, unit of this building. It's
Sold. I want to buy it.
I tried to find
Can you
it.
give me some Monopoly money?
Like, yeah, I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. So I don't know if it's off market now or if it was listed. I don't know.
Are they just
commercial
testing
broker.
it? Maybe because is this building even built yet? No, right? So it's pre-construction.
No, this is. So no, it's built. It's built.
It is built or it's coming?
I can't
I
tell.
think it's coming.
They look sweet. So I don't know if this is like just it looks like a rendering.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, maybe pre-built, but I still couldn't find it. Like even if they're trying to test it. But luxury, man, luxury in Tampa.
Yeah.
Now let's downgrade a little bit. Gasworks adds second residential project as Ybor district takes shape. They're preparing to deliver its second residential project in Ybor City, 390 unit apartment community set to open April 1st. So that's probably a little bit more affordable.
You think than 45 million? Hey, actually, is this going to have an affordable housing component to it? That's a lot of units. I'm trying to read it there. Does it say anything about affordable housing?
It does not. I was skimming it a little while ago, and I didn't see anything about affordable housing. But
we have such a need for affordable housing also in Tampa.
But you would think that it's not going to be. I mean, it's going to have studios, right? 1 and 2 bedroom units. You would expect those are going to be better priced, a little bit more affordable. But it doesn't say anything about price. But next week, man, these are opening next week. Good for Ybor City.
Yeah.
Now this was interesting, and you probably know a little bit more about this because you're probably a little bit more familiar with downtown Tampa than I am. But Franklin Street could connect downtown Tampa's fastest growing district. And I was reading it, and it's like Franklin Street kind of gets chopped up by 275 and this and that, and it separates. I was reading it, man. It's like separates Midtown from the waterfront and this and that. So it sounds like they're looking at Franklin Street runs between those districts and could help unify downtown if the gaps along the corridor begin to close. It's an important piece of connective tissue linking the River District, the downtown core, and Tampa Heights. And it sounds like they're talking about trying to figure out how Franklin Street could be better connected to make the area a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah. Public.
Roughly 1.1 miles from Jackson Street downtown to Palm Avenue near Tampa Heights. Expect to issue a request for qualifications for the design phase in the coming months. So we're working on it.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. I think it can have the opportunity connected to the riverfront over there. Go all the way through. It does connect through to the Channel Side District, Smartman's Wharf, and all of that.
I love Tampa.
There. I mean, but it's like those little trolleys and stuff. I think that needs to get a little bit better.
I love the trolley.
But you got to think about, okay, so let's think about this. How do we then take that and connect it to Midtown and then connect that to the West Shore District? That's going to be coming, right? The stuff they're doing on West Shore. And then what about this new stadium for the Rays and the Bucks Stadium? Just imagine them figuring out like a high-speed rail or something that just little stations in front of all of these destinations, right? That's what we need. We need a little Amtrak, little high-speed rail that kind of connects all the major points. I mean, then you're really, now we're moving into that higher, like now we're a bigger city feel. Let's put it that way.
That would be awesome though. You could just jump on the train and like go to the game and then train it back to the house and not have to worry about parking or anything.
I mean,
That'd be fantastic. The
so.
point of all of this is Tampa is growing. It is fantastic. It's beautiful. I love Tampa. There's still, I guess I don't know what the migration is now from
A
COVID,
slowdown.
but man, just the development and the capital coming into this area it's impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, to be honest.
Well, and that, and then if we talked about this a little bit on Wednesday, but if those taxes go away,
I tried to poke you guys.
Yeah,
Ben wasn't having any of it.
And I try to keep it kind of BA as well, but it just really depends.
It had nothing to do with DeSantis.
No,
it was the point of if these taxes go away.
If they do go away,
it is
going to benefit. Why would? Okay, so if I can buy a house free and clear and have no property taxes, or as my primary residence, why would I not buy here in Florida?
Perfect. So I'm glad you said that. So as a buyer, if these taxes go away and I can afford a $700,000 house now, right? And those taxes go away and now I can afford more of a house, right? Yeah. But the buyer pools also get much bigger because now the people who owe, who can afford a $300,000 house can afford a $500,000 house.
This is what we need though right now because these houses are so expensive.
So let's say that happens. And then our small supply that we have gets sucked up. What happens to the home values? Straight up. So now we might have a supply issue because now more people can afford housing.
Yeah.
And now if the supply goes away, now the prices skyrocket again. And we don't even have any real relief from COVID prices. Like we're still high. So I'm looking at it as a buyer going, damn, I have to buy a house now because if this happens,
going up,
and I'll just position myself like, hey, if they go away, my payment's just going to go $500 less a month, which would be great. But if I wait and that happens, and then the supply is gone, and now prices shoot up more, like,
it's
so that's what I'm worried about. That's what I was trying to get out of you guys when I asked the question.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we didn't really want to get into all of that there at that time because we're more on the education side of it, but. I think it's a great point. I think, and the more you can do to share that with others, the better. But you're always going to be on the right side or the wrong side of the market. So
you can't ever time it.
No,
wish you could.
No. But yeah, it's good stuff, man. I do believe that Tampa is on the rise. I believe as more and more industry and jobs and things start to get created here, that yes, we're going to have a demand for higher price, but we're also going to have a demand for lower price, more affordable housing, which I know we're working on a few things like that. But then this luxury market is going to continue to increase. $45 million penthouses will be something that hopefully becomes a normal thing. Because we want to be able to sell these higher priced homes and lower priced homes, all of it, right? We want the density here. We've got some concerns with infrastructure and things like that, but yeah, I believe those will start to get addressed. So definitely excited for the future. So any of you guys out there, stop waiting. Don't be like James, who's taking him 5 years to find his primary residence. Right now,
very picky. Very picky.
Find a property now. But if you're not even ready, if you have your own home, but you want to get into real estate, right now is the time. Reach out. www.cgrealestateacademy.com. Information on there about this 8-week amazing course. We're running 2 of them right now, one in English, one in Spanish, adding value, creating the future flippers of Tampa Bay. And we're here to add value, not only with teaching you how to find deals, how to fund them as private money lenders, how to fix them, because once you come on board with us, we give you access to our subcontractors, and then ultimately how to sell these homes. So here to educate and help you continue to grow in real estate.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Investcore Realty too. They're here. Like the reason we partner up is because we both understand that there's a huge need to educate new agents and investors alike.
Yeah, love it. InvestcoreRealty.com. If you're looking if you're an agent looking to join an investor friendly brokerage, and it's not even just like, I know it's in the name and we talk about investments all the time. We do retail too. So don't think if you come over like, oh, I can't do retail. We do retail all day long. I do retail. But we like to educate our agents to be able to create additional income
That's it.
in places that maybe they don't know where to find it. And so if you're looking for a new home, that's us.
Love it, man. All right, you too. Bye, guys.